Alright, guys. Let's get started. Oops, this didn't pop open. Now I can actually see your guys' chat when you guys start talking. Okay. So let's go down here to start. So, had some discussions. We wanted to expand this area a bit. So that is the first thing I'm going to be doing. Although I should probably do this first. Otherwise, I'm going to be a little sad about it later. Oops, sorry, I didn't hit that button and blast all your ears with that pinging noise, but I do apologize. Let's see. This first story was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I eyeballed that correctly. Go me. Except we're gonna have to let's do this a different way, because I have so many edge loops going across this right now. Not that there's a ton, but there's enough that I'm gonna screw up the ceiling. Okay. Oh, yeah, that worked. All right. Now let's straighten some of this stuff. So what do I do here? Why are these sides different? Weird. All right. Smooth these up. So the idea is these braziers are going to go away. And I had initially left these. I'd actually started these because I wasn't sure if we wanted to expand out of here. But Nick, Sean, and Goblin all agree, as do I, that we can expand this. So these are going to turn into some kind of nooks and crannies off to the side. And then there's going to be a second level up here. I'm debating on what I want to do for the second level. I might link it over here, so then you can kind of like look down through here, potentially. Actually, let me bring back those braziers. I might just put these down a little bit. Oh, did I do it again? I did do it again. You guys are getting a whatchamacallit stream. A Streamlabs stream. I don't understand why this sometimes just like randomly is like, oh no, you're on a completely different screen without me telling it. Oh my god, come on, switch. There you go. So that only took 5 minutes. So yeah, all you guys missed was I raised the roof, essentially. Thank you, Vagrant, for letting me know that I was not paying attention to that. But what I'm planning on doing is we talked about potentially having some kind of space kind of going around behind this, and then an area kind of up above. We didn't really talk about whether we wanted that space to be like the upper areas linked through down the lower area, or potentially maybe removing these sarcophaguses on the side here and linking it. Or maybe I'll do something of both. That would give a lot of different... We just want to increase the mob density down in the Elite Tomb area, essentially. So maybe I will delete like these and make a doorway that kind of extends that way. But let's play around with this area first. Raise the roof. Alright, so I know for a fact we want these. Actually, let's move these to 4. And I already know that I use 4 meters for the hall lengths or widths throughout Wyrmsbane, so. Last time I was here, Pearl Builder had missing bits. Have you been able to solve it? Did you export it? So I can hop over to that scene real quick. I fixed it. And I've done something to hopefully mitigate it happening as much. Those weird bits I noticed, if I deleted one of the faces that had holes in it, so you can see it's all back together. If I deleted one of those faces with the holes in it, it would fix everything. So it was definitely something with Pro Builder specifically. So what I did is I fixed it, and then I exported it out, and I broke the terrain into smaller chunks. So they're not super high poly. I think altogether it was maybe like 13,000, but I'm sure I was just pushing the limits of what Pro Builder could do. And again, I'm newer to Pro Builder, since I've been more of the Unreal guy at the schools I teach. That's what I've been focusing on. And last time I'd been on a project using Unity, Pro Builder wasn't even a thing, or if it was, it wasn't a included thing. So I broke the area that's kind of like underwater that the players aren't actually really going to be seeing into its own thing, and then like the western districts and the necropolis are its own thing, and over here is its own spot. So they're just kind of broken up so they're not as complex. So I'm hoping that'll cut down on that happening as frequently. But we'll see. But it is fixed for now. If not, I know how to fix it. It's just annoying. And I know how to save it. So the thing that was annoying me at the end of the last stream was I'd done a bunch of work, and I'm like, oh my gosh, if I'm gonna have to revert that, all that work is lost. So I don't have to worry about that because I figured a way of fixing it. But unfortunately, every time after you fix it and go back in, it breaks it again, or it would break it again. So, but it is working, so I'm not too worried about it anymore. I don't need to save. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. Just breaking it up into smaller chunks will help a little bit more. And you know, eventually they're all not going to be Pro Builder meshes anyways. But it just makes the editing and the building of the world that much easier when they are. So that's the update on that. Let's see. I feel like having a little recess here would be good. It gives a place to put a mob. So if you're coming around, there could be something sitting right there to smack at you. This area might be a little bit larger, but let's just kind of block it in for now. And then Goblin's also been playing around with some new shapes to include with kind of like any of the Wyrmsbane themed structures that we've been working with, or just like Wyrmsbane themed groups or of mobs and stuff like that. So at some point in the near future, I will probably be playing around with that a bit when it comes to what Fallen Pass looks like, because they are architecturally linked. So without giving you a giant lore spoiler, there is, I guess, a minor spoiler. But I don't know if I want this to be... I think I want a room off of this, but... Actually, let's push this back, because I just remembered I want to... I don't know if I want it that far back. It's Retired. Thanks for the subscription and 4 months. Definitely appreciate it. How are you doing? Okay, so we wait for Ishratari to reply. Another thing that Goblin had thought of, which is actually a pretty cool one, I thought, was to do the Wyrmsbane entrance here. Now, which one was it? Probably too small. Might be too big. Ah! Oh my gosh. There you go. And then see if I can get this to work a little bit better. thinking maybe we take... That one's already facing that direction. I do not think I do. Oh, I do. Okay. Not that I couldn't just rotate it, but maybe we'll use one of these little tunes inside the mouth instead of the sarcophagus. Yeah, okay. Doing great. Just returned from local festivals. And luckily not blackout drunk. Hope you're doing well. I'm not blackout drunk either, but I am having a hard cider tonight. But that sounds fun. Yeah, that was me last weekend. Did the smoke detector go off? It went off a couple times after that stream, and I chucked it in the trash. We had a couple extra left over that our landlord had like left in our laundry room, so I just grabbed one of the other leftover ones, and so far it hasn't gone off again. But I had swapped it out before I threw the other one out to see if it was like the CO2 or something going off on it, because it was a CO2 one as well. But my personal CO2 detector that I've had for a while was not going off, so I was suspecting that was probably not the case. That's why you didn't see me like leave the stream. But yeah, it hasn't gone off, and the other one, the CO2 detector in the kids' room, hasn't gone off either. So, and this, so it was, again, I guess the first alert ones are just faulty right now or something. I might need to make a second version of the Wyrmsbane head. Let's do that real quick. Well, let me actually keep working on some stuff in here, because Maya takes a minute to get started. What kind of festivities were you partaking in, Ishratari? Just like something with friends and family, or did you like go to an actual festival? Oh, were those backwards the entire time and I just didn't notice it? Wow. Ha! Apparently I had those backwards this entire time, and me and nobody else noticed. But with raising this roof, I think I have... Do I have it over here? I think I have the taller ones. Yes. Actually, I might utilize these ones now. Instead, because I'll have a larger space to put them. Oh, darn it, did I just do it? God damn it. These are actually two different meshes. will, however, utilize this. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to fix this because I moved the wall back. I'm like, why is everything breaking? It's because I moved the wall back. There we go. Much better. Probably should just copy the... Alright, there we go. That's fine. Oh my gosh. Select the thing I'm clicking on. There we go. Okay, so we've got these hallways, little nook for someone to hide in. What do I want to do back here? Oh, you know what? Actually, let's finish this while I'm still thinking about it. Sorry. Navigating files and off screen. I know you guys really enjoy me doing that. Oh, that's right. It needs to be goblins, but the other version, right? Goblin updated. Ah. Where do I have that version? I need to put that in the FBX folder. Spoon, entrance. I think it's 0-2. That looks right. But we need to get rid of, we need to have a version that doesn't have this whole thing in the back. Let's double check in Unity. Okay, so we want the first one. And then after that, we don't want it. So let's... My goodness. It's been a hot second since I've been in my I'm like reflexively using my Unity navigation. Looks pretty good. Honestly, I'm not sure what the English word is, and my dictionary isn't helping either. Bunch of market stands, carousels, lots of people, tons of alcohol. Long story short, it's an annual party happening in the town. Oh, that's nice. So yeah, it sounds kind of just like a we have those around here. Yeah, I guess it's like a small town festival type thing. It sounds like a lot of fun. And we'll export this. Let's make sure I'm exporting it to the same folder. Uh, okay. And now should probably delete these old ones too. Oh, hold on. That wasn't what I wanted to do. Let me revert that. Change. There we go, and it's back. This one that we want to delete. Oh, we'll leave it in there for now. Export this out. Oops. Helps if I export it out as the file I want. Why is this not letting me import? Guess I just have to go to the actual folder to do it. It's not prefabs, it's models. Wyrmsbane. There we go. There we go. Okay, so now we can just drop this in here. And we just need to set these settings the same. So 0.45. Get that fixed. There we go. Get this in place and I'll get caught up on chat. I can see stuff going off in my peripheral occasionally. I apologize. I'm a little slow today. There we go. Hey Nordan, how's it going? I hope everyone's doing well. Yep, definitely doing well. Although I feel like I want to move this back a little bit more. So let's do that. So we will. I don't know if I don't think I want the full head. Maybe we'll just go up to the where the eyes are. Ooh, I deleted. Yeah, we'll definitely do that. I deleted more of that head than I thought I did. That was. Let's fix that. Yeah, I definitely deleted more than I wanted to. Stupid. Maya's selection has been weird for the last, like, year or two. Like, it really likes to do that old... I'm gonna click faces through the faces that you are clicking on. Let's re-export this. And... I'm gonna delete this because Unity's weird on my computer anyways, and it never likes re-importing things and actually updating them. And collision. There we go. Let's do that so we have all the full eye socket and a little bit of the part around the eye socket. Anybody up to anything fun tonight? Since it's the weekend. Pretty cool. Remember, oh yeah, I just have one light in here. This is back when we didn't have the lighting set up properly. So let's actually... Oh no, this says it's... Oh, there we go. That. And that. We're also going to be doing a slight color change to these. Goblin and I found a color that we really liked earlier today that we think will look pretty cool. It's very similar to this, but it's more of a green. It's more like a teal green, maybe a little minty at the same time. Just M&M stuff, awesome. Getting ready to DM a game of D&D, so I'll be dropping off in a few. Oh, that sounds fun. I need to prep another session for my son's. I've been back for like a month and we haven't done a session. It's just DMing takes so much work. It really does. Let's grab these point lights. And hold on, why did that? Oh, I shift clicked it instead of control clicked. I'm like, why can't I see? what I'm looking for. I'll leave that for now. Okay. Just watching some indie game dev. It's a pretty weird coincidence. Because I'm doing some indie game dev for my Saturday night. P99 Earthquake on Thursday, so no EQ fun to be had. Excuse me. Ugh. I kind of wouldn't mind playing some EQ myself, but there's not enough time in the day. Got way too much crap going on. All right, so we got that. I feel like this needs a room happening. So let's subdivide this. That's our center point. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Love the Skull Throne Room, by the way. Yeah, definitely was a sweet idea. I'm kind of ashamed I didn't think of it. I really do think we've talked about this more off stream, but I'm really kind of leaning into the idea of doing a more skull-like version, so we can play with some lights kind of like inside the skull. I think that could be cool. But that's something we can fix and replace later, for sure. That's 4. It's 4. Trying to think. Almost want. Try something with the ceiling and then use that to also kind of define where. I may end up moving these because the rooms kind of shifted back, so they're kind of no longer centered kind of where I had them. Really should be working at a 0.25 snap. This prevents this little gap mistakes that I just did. Ishratari, I'm sure Nick is getting ready to stream tons of M&M development soon. Haha. I'm about to have less time than I do, so it doesn't bode well for that. Less time than 0? How is that possible? Alright. Let's figure this out. I probably should recenter these doors before I start doing all this stuff. So, can I get a good selection? Oh, that went better than expected. So these are 4 off. board. Oh, yeah, because of that. Like, I have some weird edge. This is back to where I really wish Pro Builder would let me just delete edge loops, because I wouldn't have all these, like, random ass edge loops. And I'm like, why is that there? Because normally I would have deleted it. Like, a lot of these ones, I just haven't taken the time to collapse them all down yet. And I guess I could just go like that. And I can stop complaining, but it's more fun to complain, so. All right. Split those. Gosh, if I could click on these faces, you'd think that'd be easy. Play with the light a little bit. Oh yeah, that'll play with the light a little bit. Granted, the light in here is going to be completely redone, but YouTube, did you stop playing my music? And by my music, I mean Robert's music. Yes, you did. I'm still listening. So I'm just kind of making this edge loop all snap to the sync grid line, so when I make adjustments to it, I can just adjust it once and not have to worry about it not being on the line anymore. So if I select the whole edge loop, it's just going to make the movements based off the average of all of the vertices compared to now I can just snap it nice and neatly. Can't loop anything through there. But I do think I want to connect this over here and the other one over there. And then I think I want to have some sort of connection in the back over here. I just haven't figured out where yet. Or actually... let's grab these. Oops. Just want to move this there. Not penetrating there. My good. Um, grab some more of those tunes. Although I don't want one of the bigger ones. I want one of the standing ones. It's like this one with Fiona. It's got like the nice little sepulcher inside. Excuse me. Making sure I've got my snapping scales consistent. Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. there. And fix the height. What is going on? Unity, stop being weird. Let's delete those spaces and those spaces. I just feel like I want something kind of, maybe like a table. You know what? I've got a table back over here. Where is it? Right here. Use that for now. See how it feels. If not, I can always remove it. It's not really centered because this is not pushed in as well. There. That is centered. So it gives something you gotta move around. Also, it doesn't really break up your line of sight, but thematically it could be like where they laid out bodies when they were preparing them. What do I want to do? I want to do something with these hallway. I might put some little these things. Sarcophagus is kind of a lining here potentially. And these are coming upstairs. Let's make this match that. So it's this, and Pacific 4, 6. Okay, so let's add another entry. Those. Oop, that was a terrible selection. There we go. Don't know everyone or everything planned for this room, of course, but being able to overlook it as well, to me, that doubles the appeal. Yeah, I liked the idea when we were talking about it. It makes the boss room a little bit larger, and then it makes sense. I originally put these where there were braziers originally. In here, excuse me, thinking that we might want to expand this area, and that was kind of everybody's consensus. So I think I'm still going to link this over here. So I deleted those ones on the end. Maybe turning that into a doorway. Right, and these doorways eventually are probably going to have this kind of shape language. So I might do that here as well. It'll take a little bit to do because it makes the geo all funky. But we really like the that aesthetic, and we're kind of leaning into that shape. I'm actually gonna do something with it, I think, with some pillars that are kind of coming down here in a little bit with that. That's based off of that. Some a little bit of twists and turns to this as well. That's the trick, is getting it to get to the height I want, which I think is that. So there's gonna be a lot of this type of stuff that I'm gonna have to work into this eventually. We wanted to play around with that, because that is... That's the interesting part about doing this to the ceilings and stuff, because it makes all the heights a little different. So I might want to just raise this all. To match that, because I'll probably be doing that throughout this area. Actually, no, let's keep it down for now. I'm not going to cut that hole through yet, but... I totally go up there just to overlook it all. Oh yeah, definitely. Might get smacked around because the boss is right here. Well, I guess if I give... With these entrances, you can potentially enter here and not immediately aggro the boss, but... Actually, let's delete these ones. I don't want to reset those. Come on. Select the whole thing for me. There we go. Is this one floating too? Probably. Yep, totally is. Also, apparently I did not center that. That's one of the fun things with 3D. If you're not really paying attention to the angle, it might look like it's in the right spot, and it's not. I'd be hoping to see someone else getting smacked around. I'm that kind of person too. Especially when I have an 8 camo in EverQuest. Just hit. I usually have that as 5. I just hit 5 and I'll sit there and let everything happen. Although occasionally I'll be noble and throw some heals and stuff like that. Or like weapon shield it for them, but it all depends. Here's the thing, do I want this to be symmetrical? Do I want... I kind of like it being symmetrical, I guess. We will do it. Though I could see potentially small little rooms off to the sides, like here. That could be cool too. Alright, so I did that as a 4 back. And then 4 wide. And then... Let's see, did I eyeball the distance correctly? Oh, off by 1 meter. Oh, I almost forgot. I did, hold on. Lines up with... 2 off of that. So that would be 1, 2. Ooh, that centered that nicely for me. And then I actually need to fix this one. Oh my gosh, select the ring. Thank you. There we go. His symmetry is just used as evil. Meticulous planning. I have to say it's a little more chaotic up here. It's not quite symmetrical up here. Or in the cavern area for sure. Okay. Let's... need to figure out if I keep these rooms, what they're going to be. But this is where I'm going to break it. I'm going to break the symmetry. Um, I was afraid of that. Yeah, after I run around. See, 4 words. Let's see. What's true in a way comes alive. You get the Cathedral of Evil. Symmetry shows its planned space. Yeah, definitely. Cathedrals are usually more meticulously planned. Especially in their shape too. Although I don't know if we'll keep to tradition. If we have like a cathedral type thing, if we'll keep to traditional layouts and stuff, but we'll see. As opposed to human spaces that grow organically, people usually don't asymmetrically place or put places of worship or power. They show some control. True. Probably describing this bad. No, I totally am following you. Only 5K left. Oh, Keith, I should. I feel like at this point, with all the gifted subs and stuff and how long you've been around, I feel like I should just do you a solid and throw you a VIP badge. How I still think I have. How many do I have? It's been a while since I've actually gone in. Well, that was not what I wanted. You guys are gonna be listening to me. Hold on a second. No. Viewers. How many VIPs do I still have available? Hold on. I know it's in here somewhere. Did they move this on me? It starts in insight. I am forgetting where I can actually see how many I have left. Oh, I have 20 available out of 100. How do I get more? I think I have to get you guys talking or something like that. Is that the next one? Yes, if all of you guys right now in chat start talking, that'll be more than 15 since there's 18 of you. If everybody says one thing, we'll open up 5 more VIP badges. So I leave it to you guys. Rebel, rebel, rebel. Exactly. Do the solid. Sounds like you have. What do we say? You can say anything. You can all put ones in the chat. That'll get it there too. I think. I mean, that's how I got to the first unlock. Was I had 10 people talking. I'm really bad at this streaming thing and like trying to grow everything because I'm not like, hey everybody, hit this, put ones in the chat if you like this, that type of thing. I'm really bad at that, so that is why I do not have all of the stuff unlocked. See, we're getting there. We're getting there. I think it's got to be more. It's got to be like basically everybody who's watching right now has to do it at the same time. All right, so we've got that. It's looking pretty good. Some space. I think I'm gonna do some more of these little insets. I don't think we've gotten above 10 yet because it still says 10 is my, unless it doesn't update like instantly, it still says 10 is the highest I've gotten. A valiant effort. Okay. I don't want to mess too much with these halls because I kind of want to sit on some of this. This is how I initially started blocking out the other sections of Wyrmsbane. So just keeping it like fairly, this is actually probably even more so because it was just like straight hallways, and then kind of afterwards going through and adding in, the extra bits. This was like a secondary pass as well, starting to get this shape in after Goblin and I had kind of discussed it. So this stuff will come in down there as well. And then I need to bring that up into here as well. Okay, so another thing I wanted to do is play around with this shape that Goblin... I don't know if I want to really reveal I don't know how much he's shown on his stream, but this kind of shape, and kind of turn this into that for now and see how that looks. So I'm not going to reveal the whole image, and I have a sketchier version of it that it's more refined at this point, so I won't reveal too much. I don't like giving away I don't like stealing everybody else's thunder. So that's... Oh, shoot, that did exactly what I didn't want it to do. That one did too. I really should have paid attention to that. I might get the black screen bug when I do this, but I'll fix it in a second if I do. It didn't, so that's always good. Ah! So let's... put that up. That up. up half. Half. Can't remember, did the spike down here? Okay, I think the flatness is just a little bit bigger. There we go. And then it's closer to the angle, but not quite what I want, but fix it. When I bring an image in, it has it. Oop, that was not the direction I wanted to go. That was. Extrude that out. Extrude that out. Oh, these aren't going to extrude because they still have the bottom faces, and Pro Builder is weird about that. And I think YouTube is not liking me again. There we go. And this could actually just be collapsed. That would be the better way to actually model it. Ah! So when you collapse stuff on top of itself, that's not supposed to be, but whatever. And then we will, oops, grab the correct faces. Oh, excuse me. Is this the same? Can't remember if it's the exact same color or not. I think it is. It is. Why is that on? quite silhouetting it like I wanted it to, but we'll leave it for now. But I do want to duplicate this now that I have a kind of representation of the shape. I want to see if I can do anything with pillars. Over here. End up deleting these, to be honest. Just look over here. No, I already have a pillar shape. Let's utilize this pillar shape. Can't remember which texture I have that as. There it is. Hmm. Yeah. That could work. And then have like a trim or something running up that could potentially look pretty cool. My eyes are starting to burn again. A lovely season of the year. Alright, so I think what I'm just going to do is... Actually, no. Why would I do it that way? Screw this as well. And then we will just nudge that back. You like that detail? Awesome. Yeah, I think it could look pretty cool. We've been talking about some shapes and stuff that we need to figure out for like trims. And a lot of them will obviously be running sideways, but I think a nice straight one up here with like, I'm just going to grab another material real quick. That can kind of give it a nice little change. Why is that one? Oh, that's the one I actually had colored. I don't use that one anymore. I use a vertex painted one. So let's grab all these faces. It's not G. And then, oops. Like that. And then we can go to vertex color. Alright, that is working. Let's find a, I don't know. It's too green. It's too dark. Something like that, maybe. But I think that could work. I want it to handle the angles. I want it to be where I want to kind of like break it off and essentially have actually let's hold on. Let's bring this back. Duplicate this one again. And we'll just merge this object. There we go. That makes it easier to manipulate. So I see how this could potentially look as a like a corner piece. Those, I would have to make like a separate one that has that idea modeled into it, because it's not going to work by itself. I don't know. I think I'm going to, at least for now, I'll keep the single one. I'll keep the idea of potentially having that double version, but let's... might even play around with like these kind of supports and do something similar to this, where it's got that kind of running through it. Let's see. Yes, vertical shape. Just a double head. Head meaning the top. Yeah, yeah, like the cap. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, it's cap, shaft, and oh, okay. I'm totally forgetting the base. Is it this base? I don't remember. It's been like 2 decades since I've been in art history class, so my art history teacher is probably rolling over in his grave right now. I meant double and turn the cap. Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about. I might consider doing something like that where, like, I make a version that has that kind of right angle to it so that it would work. The reason it's not working right now is because just the way this is shaped. So it's not, I mean, I could actually just do it right now. So I'd have to do something kind of like this. And then these would oops, I had way too much on that selection. Like that. And then this edge would line up like that. Or I could just bring these all like kind of flush, which probably would look a little bit better. Oop, that snapping did not work for me. Something kind of like that, and then we get to do something similar up here with the heads as well. Just need a little bit more of a pain in the butt because I just combined these into one. Probably would have been a better idea just to match them up with the hierarchy, but oh well. Actually, I can just select them like this. And then this. Move there. Easier if I could just click on it. It would be done. But yeah, something kind of like that could potentially be the center or the corners of the room. A quarter in the corner. If you think about it as a pillar, or the pillar is, then double the top ornament and turn that so it wraps around the wall. I'm just thinking like a real life building. I had some experience in real life building. If I talk too much, just tell me. Oh no, you're fine. Yeah, don't worry about talking too much, asking questions, suggestions. No, not at all. Part of the reason we like to do these streams is to kind of, be able to engage with everybody. So totally not an issue. That's kind of cool though. I never was in building, minus the little bit of like woodwork I did in like my freshman year of college. But I was not really in construction by any means. Trying to think about which side I like better. I said it looks like under lighting. Granted, this isn't the lighting we'll be using. I do kind of like that. I'm not gonna lie. It has. I mean, I'd have to clean it up, but it's not too bad. I cannot tell what that emote is. But welcome to the chat. Fidry or Fidry. Apologies, I butcher everybody's name the first time and multiple times after that. I'm not, if I'm gonna be honest with myself, but peeking emoji. All right. And then this would actually have to be pushed back into the wall. Like so. Alright, if I'm actually going to use this, though, I need to, like, actually clean this up. I really enjoy this song that Robert wrote as the theme. It's got such like an adventurous like tone to it. Uh, there's some channel I subscribe to for emotes. Juren's is one. um, I got pants from I never even watched. If anyone needs pants. I'm currently good on pants. If I was drinking tequila over hard cider, that might be a different story, but that is why I don't drink tequila. Especially tequila on stream. That would I have a feeling that would just go all kinds of bad. Probably be the last time you guys see me as part of the game. Sean would be like, and about the tequila streams. There's a Tremor in Morrowind that can use some pants. I started playing Morrowind like during the lockdowns, and I never finished it. I really need to do that at some point. Okay, so let's merge these. And then we'll sew all these little parts up. How do I want to handle this? Let's just move this up to here. Let's... Oops. Give me the vertex I want. There we go. Best way to do this with my limited tool set. That works. Alright, why is that not working? That's what Oh, Pro Builder. Did those not merge? No, they did. Okay, I guess that kind of works. And we need to really just run a edge loop on this. And let's bridge that. Ooh, I deleted more than I wanted to up there. Excuse me. So that kind of works. Let's see how it looks over here, which I'm gonna have to mirror. This is another fun thing about it. This should mirror X. Because it can actually mirror it correctly. Okay, it does. Sometimes when I go to mirror stuff with Pro Builder, I'll be like, okay, I'm mirroring X, and then it's like, it mirrors Y, and I'm like, what? This completely does the like, nothing to do with the, vertex, or the, axis you're actually on. Sure. Okay. I wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally duplicate that like I thought I did. And then this is going to be Z. All right, 2 for 2. It actually did what I wanted it to. Let me take a look. This is me, or was it a high elf? Morrowind is so good. Yeah, Morrowind, I used to love that game back in, like, early high school when it came out. The character models look like they've all been, like, clubbed in the face. They're so, like, puffy-faced and weird-looking, but the gameplay itself is awesome. Yeah, no, they don't make games like that anymore. That's, again, kind of back to, you know, what we're trying to do. Is maybe not Morrowind specifically, but lean back into those older games and try to capture some of that feeling again. It was a great game. A personal favorite, but I have to explain to someone first time playing it. Do you know if Shaded Dunes needs a new nav mesh or something? It might. I haven't touched Shaded Dunes in forever. Not sure if there's if you're familiar with building. Yeah, hold on. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's been so long since I've been in Shaded Dunes. It's not even in my like go-to recent files. Maps, Shaded Dunes. Let's see what we got. Is it on the train? No. Ooh. That. Yeah. It definitely needs a new nav mesh, Nick. There's like gigantic swaths of the zone that just don't have any. There's like a triangle here, a triangle there. So this is what the problem is going on there for sure. Let's take a look at what's going on here. All right, let's set the default. Now the question is, what has the the script on it. All right, so that cleared it. And let's find the cat room. Which cat room is this? I think this is Goblin's dog? I should really remember all of these because I made the textures, but I'm already forgetting. Add component, nav, mesh, surface. Those are my new settings for it. Let's bake and see how this turns out. Let me save. I think that's a glitch feature. Fire alarm can predict fires for tomorrow. Ooh, an oasis. Yes, there's definitely an oasis in there. Said bake. Why are you not baking? Oh, you know what? I need to set some stuff up. Everything use colliders. There we go. Ooh, it's gonna take a bit. Apparently this stuff has not been taken out of the collision detection yet. So it's gonna take a second to bake this. So while you guys get to slowly watch this progress bar build up with me. Hey Betis, how's it going? It's going pretty good. Just kind of was doing some stuff in Wyrmsbane, trying to see if I can fix this problem that Nick's having with Shaded Dunes. But I think a lot of this stuff is still in the collision detection, so it's taken a hot second. We're at 16%, 17%. No problem, Nick. Oh, that went faster than I thought. Ooh. We got some... It looks like the sounds... Well, what is going on? Why is it seeing the sounds from... Are there sounds over here? Like this far back? Or are these old sound? What's going on? Hold on. We're going to clear that. The last time this happened... Oh, torch sounds. Did Robert put sounds in the torches? That could very well be it. Torch... Is this the prefab for it? Well, I want to make sure I'm opening the right file. Torch 1. There's no sound here, unless he's... Yeah, I'm not seeing it in the... Oh, there it is. Here we go. Here we go. No, it's got default no path. Weird. It's set properly. I wonder if it's because they've been... Did it not update? Let's go back into the scene. Um... Default no path. Ignore raycasts. Let's see something. So this is default no path. This is that. Let's try default no path on that and then rebake and see what happens. I hope I don't break anything that Robert just did. But we'll take a look. Cat room, where'd you go? Clear. And we get to watch the bake again. Do all the torches need sounds? We have them set up so like as you walk by, you'll be that they'll end up having sounds. Only the quest getting ones. Find the X lever of the torch. Yes, they're all flame. Almost there. So the last time I went from like 17% to like done in like a couple seconds. Can we do that again? Yes, but no, we still have sound domes. Weird. Because I was able to fix it when this happened in Night Harbor. What is going on? Alright, I'm gonna put that back to the ignore ray trace. Since that didn't fix it, I don't want to break. Or hold on, whoops, I did that the wrong spot. Ignore ray trace. Default no path. There we go. Not static. We'll have to figure it out. Honestly, Nick, is that going to be too big? Is that going to be an issue for anything? If we do have the domes over here, is that going to mess up? I think the zone line's right there, correct? But that should fix most of the problems. I can't get much worse than it is now. This should fix it though. I'll have to figure out what the hell's going on with these. Although all this stuff is gonna get nuked in a little bit anyway, so it probably doesn't matter too much. The rest of this looks pretty good though. Like there's not little islands where it's just like a triangle. Yeah, this looks fine. This looks solid. We do have a little bit of an issue right here, I guess. I'll have to play around with it and figure out what's going on. I'll have to see if that's happening in Night Harbor. Oh, you know what? It wouldn't be happening in Night Harbor because I haven't put. No, I have put some of those torches in. Did that? Hold on. Did it make that in Night Harbor and I just didn't notice it? Um, Chat room. No, it didn't. I'm almost afraid to try baking it now. Yeah, that worked fine. So why is it working here? Torch 1, same torch, and it's not working in Shady Dunes. Weird. The joys of love or of game development. Why is the technology not working in one spot but working in the other? I'll have to play around with that when I have a little bit less hard cider coursing through my veins, and I can think a little bit better. That or get Ali to help. All the mobs are hanging out on the mountain. um, if you want, Nick, here, I'll push right now. Here, let me pull this, whatever the last thing is. I'll push this, and then you can take a look real quick. Make sure I'm not screwing anything else up. Looks good. Wyrmsbane and shaded dunes. Hold on. Wyrmsbane, Geo, and shaded dunes. Nav updates. You might get kicked if you're on the server right now, because I think it's going to rebuild both. Okay. Should be good to pull. I'm going to go back into Wyrmsbane. Wyrmsbane needs some fixes. Or needs a nav mesh update. I have no idea what the nav mesh in Wyrmsbane is on, because Lee did it. Did he just grab, like, this? Or did we put it on? Something has the terrain script on it. All right. Put that on this one. Clear that. All right, we're going to have to find what else has it, because we're going to double it up until then. Okay, what has this on it? There we go. That was the top hierarchy. I don't think that was actually it. Or maybe it was. Yep. Okay, back to the cat room. And bake. It's like a break on the same plane. Um, why are you putting that there? Stop baking that in. Default no tab. Collision off. Static off. Why is that baking in? I'm so confused on why that is baking into that. Oh well, I'll figure it out later. It's not like a super pressing worry. Let's see everything else. Probably need to turn that radius up or something to make that work, but we'll have to see. Everything else looks good. Some of the other trapdoors are all, yep, they're all baking in. Oh, that's why. There we go. It was set to render meshes and not, ooh, collisions. Then we get the, well, poop. We'll keep it at render meshes for now in this one. We may have to figure out what's going on, our way of getting around those sound um sound overlaps, because if we use colliders, those bake in now. But if I use render meshes, mobs are mobs are going to be able to walk over invisible floors. Is what our problem is going to be. So we'll have to figure that out. Don't want mobs interfering with the buildings. It's flood season. Cheers. Sounds good. No worries. Secret cat room. Yep. Yeah, all the zones have them. It's what I've been actually using to attach the nav meshes too, because it doesn't slow everything else down, and this is just an FBX, so I'm never going to be editing it. I might throw new different materials on there, but this is my old cat. She passed away a couple years ago, but her name's Cinder. But all of the different zones have like various members of the team's pets and former pets. So and I'm sure we'll be adding more and more as time goes, but they're serving a slightly different building task than what EQ used them for, but we do have them, so make like an achievement. If you get summoned for being bad into all of the cat rooms, you get the ban achievement where you get kicked out of the game. Okay, so let's go back in here. I don't know. I like it up, down. Oh shoot, I clicked on that, so it overrode my history. That's what I get. Maybe even... Actually, I feel like I like it down. Kind of lined up right a little above that. So I like how it plays that, you get that little deeper shadow. And then it lines up with the stone a little bit better. But let's I think these ones are going to be not quite as far out as the other ones. Whoop. I hate when it does that. Or when I guess I do that, but whatever. Is this not... There we go. Secret cat area. I used to have a cat. Yeah, they do bad. Yeah, they definitely do not last. as long as humans, but uh, she was a good cat though. She was super, super like annoyingly affectionate. um, and was always like uh, up at the probably like anytime between like 4 and 6. She was always like, "Hey, wake up and play," and then she'd like gnaw on my like my like chin stubble, or like when she was a kitten, she'd like bite my nose. Oh god, it was so annoying. Love her to death, but man, she really would interrupt my beauty sleep. Hence why there's so little beauty going on. My cat just wouldn't let me get my beauty sleep. Let me get those back. That did not work. What the heck? Pro builder, sometimes I really, really hate you. Yeah. Make sure it looks about even. That doesn't actually. Did I have that in the middle? I still had it a little favoring the chamber. Yeah, like that. There we go. And let's fix the hierarchy. So this one, and this one all are in here. And then this is entrance. There's so much stuff in here. Um, so many webs. And I still have to go through like the lower levels eventually and do a web pass on those as well. Um, Zone lines, where? Oh, totally passed it. Yeah, I really passed it. Jesus. Um, this is also, I'm sure, incredibly entertaining watching me slowly move stuff around in a hierarchy. Come on. Let's not pass the tomb again. Ah, there we go. The tomb. reading this. Although I think I spelled Fiona wrong. Does it have two N's? I'll have to fix that later if that's correct or not. So I have a cat. I had one idea for the braziers, either side of the toothy exit. If you were to move them forward more to illuminate the teeth. Yeah, I was thinking about that actually earlier. The my biggest issue, actually no. You know what? You might be right. Because I did move it back at this point. I probably do have the room to move these forward. Because there's mobs sitting right here. I didn't want to move them like, overlap the mob. But moving them like a meter forward is actually probably not too bad of an idea. I'll probably play around with the lighting too, so there might be like a soft light above it, something like that. um these banners could use some repositioning though. So like halfway. Yeah. Same heights. I was not on the actual. There we go. Hold on. That one is in the wall. No, this one is not out all the way. It is so easy to like think these are in the right spot. Apparently the other ones I had, this one I had originally sticking off the wall the wrong direction. I just did not notice it. And we'll just move these over here. These might not. These ones could very easily end up on the chopping block because, like I said, I'm gonna probably do more of this type of stuff over here. So I have a very high suspicion that once I put this in here, I'm not gonna like those there. That's right. That one's right. All right, yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of these. Yeah, I'll leave them for now, just until I get that done, just so it looks not so empty. It looks great all around. I'm sure it's brighter in game. It always seems to be. Yeah, it usually ends up being that way. Especially since like the character has like most of the time we'll be running around with a torch or something like that too. But I need to do I'll definitely have to do a lighting pass on this too. So like, you know, certain areas over here where it was just really dark, I had these like subtle like purple lights and stuff like that. These areas are just pitch black right now. Same with some of the newer area like over here. No, this is the ossuary or the chapel ossuaries. Down here, most of this area is not lit yet. It needs to be lit. I need to throw some textures on here too. But I'll probably be playing around with this for the next day or two, so it will continue to develop. Snacks. Did you bring snacks? Actually, I'm so full. I made burritos and queso tonight, so I had my fill just before I started streaming. Which I'm surprised drinking a cider. I don't drink carbonated stuff very often. And eating a burrito and queso, I am not more gassy than I am or I have been. Surprised I haven't been like burping every 2 seconds. Almost feels like this could use something in there. I don't know. I'll think about it. But I definitely am liking that. Let's run around in here real quick and see how it's feeling. Nick, are you still there? And did you check and see if that helped the pathing in Shaded Dunes at all? This is gonna be a fun zone to build. Um and like at watching Rings of Power, every time I see like Khazad-dûm, I just think about like that exact drawing that Goblin did, and I'm like, oh, that's gonna be a fun one to do eventually. That's another thing. We're talking about moving the Wyrmsbane entrance and kind of instead of having it super visible, I didn't make it past the login screen yet because I've been finding something else to complain about. Sounds about right. Are you a dev or a gamer? Me? I'm both. I definitely play games, although a lot of my free time's been going to this, so. Oh, I thought that skeleton was smacking at me. That's Nick? Oh yeah, Nick's on the team. He's one of the developers. And our Q&A guru. Nick, what do you think of the new reveal? Again, lighting super just whatever right now. But I like the space. Looks awesome. Good. Yeah, I'm digging it. Again, bring some of this elements into these. Maybe some more of the channeling running along the walls. Got this area where you have all, you could plop skeletons in here. I don't know how much this table will affect the line of sight, but turns a square room into more of a figure eight, so there's a little bit more creativity. It might break the line of sight for like a spell or a like a bow shot for pulling, so looks up and sweet. Awesome. Glad you guys are liking it. Definitely gonna have to do some lighting stuff. And then this will go towards those other upper levels. A little room over here. Another little room over here. I'll have to figure out what I want to do with this one. And are we able to? Yep, we are able to jump through. It'll be interesting to get how mobs will follow or not. Here, let's see if I hit the right button. Let's take a snapshot. Actually, let's walk up a little bit more. Frame this nicely, or semi-nicely. And let's get rid of the FPS. FPS gonna go away? Nope. 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 Apparently not. Let's see. I guess I could do a better job of actually framing that. There we go. It's a little bit more even. And we will save this. Sorry, I'm doing it off screen. It is a double A. Like, Fiona doesn't look right with a single N. It's because it's not a single N. And then I'm gonna drop this on our Slack. Which again, apologies, you guys aren't seeing that. Upload. This folder I put everything in is gigantic at this point. Why can I not find this? I literally just put it in here. Oh, there it is. Oh my god, my nose is like slowly running where it's not stopping, and it's just super annoying. I love all of your corpses here, Nick. Just walking in and getting your butt kicked. All right. Let's see here. Did I miss anything? I mean, unless there's a companion cube somewhere. There is not a companion cube that I am aware of. Control F12? Is that it? Eh. Windows key, shift, snip tool. Is that seriously the thing? Windows key, shift, S. Oh, sweet. Did not know that. Hotkey. Good to know. It's almost as good as Alt F4. I was just waiting for someone to suggest that one. So yeah, and then that would be an entrance as well. But I really, I think that works really good as a, or works really well as a reveal. You get the kind of spiky light, and then it gets framed, or just frames the dragon head. Oh yeah, the eyes. It was funny, when Goblin and I were looking around at stuff earlier today. Um, we, I think was he showing me something about the other game he's working on, Witherholm, and we popped back in, and it was like we were in like a deep dark corner, and it was just these red eyes staring at him, and he like jumped. It was great. Um, Proud, but. That was really funny. We were just in like this random ass like black, and it was just like red eyes. Like the second we flipped back into the editor, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Um, yeah, it does work as a reveal. Yeah, I really like that. Um, you got that kind of eerie light down there, and then I think they're supposed to be specters or maybe like skeletons or something like that. But like you can kind of tell there's something going on down here, and then you get that nice transition as the ramp ends that you get just kind of opens up. Yeah, that was it. We were it was archers. Excuse me. Um, I think we were playing around with the eye colors at that point. And then we hopped over to look at something else, and then we hopped back, and we're like, "Whoa, is it these guys? It might have been these guys," but it was like pitch black. There was nothing else around. Well, part of the reason is because I have a torch, so I'm gonna take rid of the torch. But it was way darker than this. It was just these beady eyes staring at us. Let's see how this looks. I feel like that could be lower, actually. Maybe we'll try that. We'll lower the base of it a little, and then we'll lower that down. Let's not stand in the middle of all the skeletons. Back over to Wyrmsbane and fix that real quick. Where was it? And move this down. Skeleton archers have that's yeah. the way the hall is cut out, it makes it look, or it makes it hard to understand. The second time you play it, I realized the hall is cut like the head symbol. Are you talking about this hall? Yeah, some of the I kind of just played with the shape of the doorway we wanted and was like, what if this extends, and just kind of played with channels. Same thing down here. So these are channels, and then I decided to run the top channel as well. It's not necessarily supposed to be like, oh, I can really, that you can really tell what it is, but it's just kind of a cool way to kind of keep playing off that shape language. Same here. This is, trailing in from that doorway. I just didn't carry it all the way. I didn't like, I tried carrying it through the floor down here, but it felt like too much. So I did this little kind of tapered ending to it where it kind of goes back on. So I'll do that kind of stuff over here as well. I don't know if I'll do the entire ceiling channels. I might. I'm not sure. I might do it like this, but definitely kind of pull these along, at least going this direction. I don't know if I'll do it this direction. There's one place I started playing with that. I can't remember if I liked it or not. Yeah, it was over here. So yeah, it did work over here, kind of. But it just kind of is a cool way to, it plays with lights and shadows a little bit too. Oh, Dragon Frontier, thanks for the follow. I thought you were. I thought you were following, so apparently not. Cool. So I think that's pretty much what I'm gonna wrap up with tonight. I've been going for almost 3 hours now. And I'm starting to get a little tired. But I'll definitely be working on this more, probably on my Monday night stream as well. So let me do my little end spiel that I always do. I don't know if there's anybody really new. Oh no, there was some new people earlier. But if anybody's new to the project, we are making an indie game called Monsters and Memories. It is a indie MMO that is grounded in kind of that first generation of MMOs, so late 90s, early 2000s. Think your EverQuests, your Ultima Onlines, Asheron's Call, Dark Age of Camelot. That generation of game, we're really trying to recapture that feeling. The first link was to our website. Go on there, you can learn all about the game, about the team. There's a frequently asked questions section as well. But if you do have any other questions, feel free to hop into our Discord. There's over 1,400 people in there now, which is pretty sweet. All the developers are in there. We're fairly active. Tag us with any questions you have. We'll really enjoy, answering questions and things like that. If you want to stay up to date to the game but don't want to join the Discord, that is our mailing list. We'll send out updates and occasionally surveys to kind of poll. I think there's one that's going to be released soon. But you guys will see. And then these are the other members of the team that are streaming. Everybody streams their own kind of aspect of the game. Mine's primarily level design and environment art. Maybe some prop art and stuff like that later on, but there's a lot of zones, and some zones are huge that need to get finished first. Also, we upload our and I didn't upload my last one, but we upload all of our VODs to YouTube. So if you are on YouTube, please remember to like and subscribe, comment below, click the bell, all that kind of stuff helps us out with the algorithm to get more people that enjoy watching MMO content, specifically, you know, like the older school MMOs, just to kind of, you know, have our stuff pop up in their thread, or their feed, and just get the game more exposure. So we definitely appreciate all that. Excuse me as I get hiccups again because I'm talking so fast. But anyways, oh my god, damn hiccups every time. Yeah, we appreciate it. If you are watching on YouTube and you want to partake in the live chats on during my streams, first off, my streams are Monday nights on Twitch. All my streams are on Twitch. There should be a link below to my page, Patus the Ranger. Just click on it and throw it a follow. But my streams are 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday nights and Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then occasionally, like, you know, tonight's a weekend stream, so that'll happen occasionally as well. But other than that, that's really all I've got for you guys. Thank you to all my current subscribers. Let me check and see if there's anything else in chat. Scroll down, website, EV project. You're in the Discord, awesome. Yeah, I think I saw that you're in the Discord. Thanks, Patus. Thanks, John. Always good to see you. So glad this project exists. It's almost hard to believe. I know, for the longest time, was constantly looking for a project like this to happen, and here I am working on it. So definitely understand it from the gamer aspect of things. Good to see my hiccup spell still works. It's like clockwork. It's a cantrip, sure. Oh yeah, a hiccup spell is totally a cantrip. You can use that as many times as you want. All right, guys, I am gonna call this a night. Thanks for hanging out with me. I will see you guys on Monday.